We're too quick to push things away. This is challenging. We are being shown everything right now to level up and heal. I hope you're being triggered. If you're confused right now, it's okay. Hello, you beautiful bunch, and how are we? First and foremost, I want to give a huge apology for sending this video out so late. It's already a new moon, and this is supposed to come out beforehand. I have been on a whirlwind for the last couple of weeks. I'm not making excuses. It's just been an extremely busy period of time. And I'm going to be very honest with you. I decided to spend this weekend connecting with David rather than doing this video. So huge apologies to those of you who have been waiting for this. But the good thing about it is that you have still got about 10 days to carry out the exercise that will be at the end. So if you haven't already, go grab yourself a piece of paper and a pen to be able to write that down when you get to that section of the video. So how are we? How are we navigating these energies? It's pokey out there. I have people messaging me. They're up, they're down. It's like they're on a roller coaster. They don't know who they can speak to. They don't know where they can go. They don't know how they're feeling. They don't even know their name sometimes. So let me know in the comments below how you are feeling and how you are navigating this extremely busy period of time. Okay, so like I was just saying, this weekend I decided to take some time out and actually be present with David. Since we got together, our lives have been constantly on the go. Now, this is a very beautiful element of the new moon energy that is coming through at the moment, but I'm going to go into more details around that, about connection, around love, about allowing your gifts to come back online. Now, if any of you are out there thinking, she should have prioritized this video over a weekend of connection, I hope you're being triggered by it. You know, I hope you are, because then that means that you will then go on and say, you know what, I need to do the same. I need to put things above my work. And David and I aren't very good at that. You know, our work comes before a lot of other things. So it's exciting that we managed to do that this weekend. Anyway, I am super excited to be sharing my intuitive travels from the last week and the mischief that David and I got up to whilst we were on the road once again. I'm going to be sharing that on Conscious Conversations this evening on Monday, the 20th of February. Now, if you would like to join us going forwards, head over to my website, www.lucydavis.com, to get signed up. Now, you can find access to all of my products and services on there. The only thing you won't find is around my book. So if you go to the description field, you will be able to find the information as to how you can sign up and get a copy of my book delivered straight to your door. You can also join David and I on Telegram if you're interested in our intuitive travels. If you search for Divine Activation Adventures, you will get a first look at what we get up to week in, week out. Trust me, there isn't a week that goes by where we don't do something. We're going to be creating an Instagram page and a YouTube channel specifically for all of that imminently. So do keep an eye out for that as well, if it aligns with your soul. I know there's many of you out there that say, where are you going? What are you doing? Oh, you should visit this place. So we are going to be creating much more of a beautiful, safe space whereby none of the geopolitical or, you know, that kind of stuff will be spoken about. It will be purely around our travels and giving you insight into what we are doing and when. Things are ramping up. I thought this year was going to be a nice quiet year for me. I was deluded when I thought that. Things are ramping up. I'm getting lots and lots of images and gifts from what I perceive to be God, the divine, sharing where I need to go next on my journeys. Blatantly good content for the next few books. So clearly that's what's taking place right now. Okay, so as always, I digress. Let's look at this new supermoon that has landed today here in the UK. Now, it was early hours of this morning that this took place. However, this will resonate with you. How many of you have had interrupted sleep patterns over the last few weeks? I'm going to let you into a little secret. I've been a bloody nightmare to sleep next to, by all accounts. David has been telling me I've been talking, I've been moving, I've been being flipped over, I've been kicking out, I've been... Sorry, ladies and gents, there is something that doesn't seem to want this video to go out today. Very odd goings on taking place here, but I'm just going to continue in the hope that we will get it out. So there are many, many symptoms that are impacting us at the moment, from ringing in the ears to hot and cold, to sweats, to sleep talking, to not being able to sleep, to being absolutely, shattered during the day, headaches, dizziness, lack of thirst, or particularly thirsty and lack of appetite, whatever. There's all these different things that are taking place right now, and it is extremely, extremely interesting. This moon is helping us with that. Okay, it's making it feel much more compounded. It is, really highlighting to us that we are going through this level up phase right now. If you are feeling what you believe to be the ascension systems, post below, let me know what they are, and I will come back to you and let you know what's going on if I possibly can. Now, I believe that this moon is creating a space for us to level up. I believe the energies that are taking place on the planet right now, for those of you that are like, yes, I'm doing this, I'm healing, I'm going to go forwards with this higher level of consciousness, this is helping us shift big time. But also it makes us panic a little bit because we've never had to do this before in a skin suit. So, if you find yourself wanting to step away from certain people, or maybe you are in the other end of the spectrum, maybe you're kind of giving up on life a little bit and you're stepping away from the fruits of life, please recognize this. This is all about the shifts that are taking place right now. There is a massive shift with people at the moment as well. So I'm noticing there are a lot of people changing their lives, and I'm going to talk about that a little bit more in a moment, but also there are a lot of people that are choosing to check out right now. Now, I have a very different view on death to most people. I've experienced a lot of death in around my life over my 44 years of being incarnated in this planet, this lifetime. And I have a very different view. I know that we all have an expiration date, for want of better words. Now, there are people that knew they were going to come into this vessel, and when this consciousness shift was taking place, they knew that they were not going to go through it. They knew that they didn't want to do it. So I find it very easy to sit and be like, you know what, I'm going to hold space for these people. I'm not saying that you have to feel that. I'm just saying that is my personal perspective. There are a lot of people checking out right now for one reason or another. They are tired. They are feeling lethargic. They do not want to deal with this pulling and throwing. And I'm not talking governments, political, any of that stuff. I'm talking the literal energies on the planet. The vessel the human is in is just, or the soul is in, it's just had enough. Okay. So we are, and I was explaining this to David over the weekend because he asked me some really good questions. We are actually going through the process of how the soul ascends once we have passed, but we're actually clinging on to our human vessel right now. And I am going to do a much more extended video on that in the next week or two. So do keep your eyes peeled. This is challenging. It's a challenging time, one that we have not had to experience previously in a human vessel. We are, like I say, we're going through the process of death without actually having to give up the vessel. It's designed to be pretty brutal. It's designed to bring all of our healing to the surface. However, we can handle it. We were sent down here to handle it. So please do remember that as you are under the energy of this new moon. Now, you may have been feeling extremely overwhelmed with emotion, maybe confusion over the last few days, and you will be for the next week or so. If you're not, don't stress it. I often speak about things and people say, no, that isn't how I'm feeling. I'm feeling a lot of the other things you talk about. Not every single thing will apply to you. So please do just bear that in mind when I go through this. If you are somebody who's feeling emotional, just get connected to it. Allow yourself to feel. We're too quick to push things away and just move on rather than sitting in it. So sit with it, allow it, but do not stay in that space for a long period of time. This is all about our healing. There are emotions that are coming up within us right now that we have to deal with once and for all for us to be able to shift into this higher level of consciousness. We are going to be surrounded by lies and deceit coming to the surface over the next week or so. Now, you may apply that to being in the political realm. It could be in your personal life. It could be in love. It could be in any area of your life. So please do not just get caught up in the fact that it's happening to everybody else, or it's happening from a political standpoint or from a global perspective, but it's nothing to do with you. Remember, we are being shown everything right now to level up and heal. Now, sometimes that means coming face to face with our, deepest, darkest secrets. Sometimes it's coming face to face with the one thing that really, really, really triggers us. Now, I can say that with a lot of love in my heart, because somebody lying to me is like really bad. I do not resonate with that at all. I do not like lies. It's come from many, many, many lifetimes, I'm sure of it, but definitely this one has compounded that. So anybody, when they lie to me, I know that they're lying to me, and it really, really gets on my goat. So please don't judge yourself if you're sat there going, yeah, I hate lies too. Trust me, I'm with you. So the new moon energy, this time round, this super new moon that is happening, like I say today, is extremely contradictory. It's encouraging us to release control and go with the flow. However, it's also encouraging us to have some structure, and that structure may actually support us. What a weird energy. Now, I always use the structure as when I'm talking about images, and I always talk to my clients about this, I use the structure as the riverbed. If you think about it, it's the perfect example of divine masculine, and that is where we need structure. We need something to hold, the river, which is the flow. It's the more feminine. We need to have something to hold the river in place. And this is a really good example of what we are stepping through right now. A lot of people get confused and they're like, yeah, I know, but how can we make these energies work together? Now, when we're looking at toxic masculine energy and toxic feminine energy, they do not work together. They clash, they create riots. However, when you are in the true essence of both of those, of divine feminine and divine masculine, you will see that they work perfectly together. Now, trigger warning. If you are feeling confused, if you are, really struggling with the way it is right now, just know that there is probably something that you are having to go through to heal. So just look at, where you can be present with one or the other or both. This is the true essence of each and every one of us, which is why sometimes we find it confusing, because we've stepped away from our true essence. But at the same time, we find it empowering when we do just go with the flow, but we know that we've got this structure around us to hold us in place. So like I say, if you're confused right now, it's okay. Take some time out to just be. Witness the gold around you and your life. Take a moment to stop and appreciate it and yourself. Now, as we step further forwards into this period, our intuition, our psychic and connection will become much more heightened. I had a really good example this morning. So I was in the gym and my head coach reached out to me to let me know she was taking her daughter to the dentist. Now, last night I dreamt about the dentist, but it wasn't me in the dentist. So that was very interesting. And then she asked me about a property I went to see over the weekend, and she had dreamt that she was there with me. So what's happening right now is we're all starting to come together. I've been talking about it for quite some time. We're collapsing all of the worlds. Now, what that basically means is we're coming together in telepathy, we're coming together in dreams, we're coming together in alternative realms. Now, we are collapsing the realms. We are coming back together as one. So this oneness, which is very much the energy of this new moon, is actually taking place right this second. We're not waiting anymore. Like, it's happening, which is why people are checking out, because they're not ready to have all of the realms come together and be able to witness every element of themselves, good, bad, and ugly. And polarity is another huge part of this new moon that I'll go into shortly. So allow yourself to feel and encourage the wisdom from the past, present, and future. Allow it all to come together. You must remember that this spiritual journey is not just about the light. It's about remembering the darkness. The darkness shows you your healing. And in those moments of polarity, you remember so much more about yourself. Embrace it. Embrace it all. I had a situation last week when I was away with David that demonstrated this so perfectly. And I'm going to be sharing that on Conscious Conversations this evening, whereby, we are being shown things that we have to deal with. And like I say, I'll explain more about that this evening. This period of time is going to encourage you to make decisions. So if you find yourself saying things or leaning toward things that maybe you do not normally do, go with it. What is it that you truly want for you and your loved ones and your life? Sit with it. None of this knee-jerk reaction. Allow yourself to truly feel who and what you are and what you need going forwards. This is going to lead us into a beautiful space of being and feeling balanced. Balanced is a massive area of this new moon and going forwards into the energies of March. We are representing our desires. We are driving ourselves home right now. And I don't mean literally getting in your car. I mean, we are heading towards a space whereby we are in peace and harmony and a heightened level of consciousness. We are traveling our own paths, and we must remember this during this process. We're too quick to be focusing on what others want or what they want us doing as a distraction so that we do not focus on ourselves. I'm encouraging you right now to focus on you, focus on your balance. Others will mirror you. If you are feeling held back or restricted right now, ask yourself why you chose it. What did you need to remember about these decisions that you have made in the past? Have you learned the lesson? Did you do the healing? Are you ready to move forwards? Did you do this to somebody in a previous stage of your life? It's time for us to take full responsibility of our choices, our lives, and what it is that we really want. As I always share with you, our thoughts create our reality. So choose very, very wisely as to where you are investing your time right now. If you're in a situation that seems hard, challenging, or not what you want right now, ask yourself why you're bringing it in. A really good example, David's just walked into the room a little while ago and he said, everything's gone so easy today. And it's because he's in a freaking amazing mood. You know, what happens is when you think about something or when you give things your energy, obviously everything happens with ease and grace. So do get connected with that. If you are having the most amazing day, like remember that feeling, imprint it in the quantum field. And I'm going to be doing an exercise very shortly about this on this video. And then you can pull it to you at any point. It's too easy for us to get caught up in the distractions. It's too easy for us to focus on the negative or the things that may not happen. Now, as you guys know, new moons tend to bring a nice energy of new beginnings, but this transformational energy of new beginnings, we started to see at the full moon, and it is being catapulted forwards. Literally everybody I'm speaking to right now, whether it's clients, whether it's friends, whether it's family, whether it's, you know, people that David know, everyone I'm speaking to right now are making changes in their life, whether it be moving, changing their diet, changing their partner. You know, there is just so much going on right now. Does this resonate with you? Have you seen or felt big changes in your life? Are you open to it? Always remind yourself to sit with the decisions or sit with those feelings before you knee jerk. However, to my procrastinators, get your backsides in gear because you never know until you actually try doing something. Recognize what is inspiring you. Pay attention to that. Who do you want to be around? Pay attention to that also. You're learning a lot about energies as you are around certain people right now. If somebody repels you, ask yourself why you're prepared to sit at the table with them. What do you desire? How can you create more of that in your life? We're seeing an increased level of love on the planet. We're seeing an increased level of harmony. But at the same time, like I say, we've got this contradictory energy of, you know, the lies and the deceit and the shifts that need to take place. So I'm going to keep asking you and reminding you to keep coming back to this love and this harmony and this feeling that we are going to create through the exercise that I'm going to share with you in just one moment. So ladies and gents, if you want to do the exercise for new moon, we're going to be setting intentions and bringing it to us. Pause the video now, go run and grab yourself a piece of paper and a pen, and I will see you in just one moment. Okay, welcome back. So here we are with the new moon, the super new moon by all accounts as well. I keep forgetting to say that. So here is the exercise for the new moon. Now, step number one is always around cleansing your aura. Your aura is the energy field around your physical vessel. Now, as I am doing this, I will be using Palo Santo or sage or incense or essential oils or salt or something like that. And I will be saying, I cleanse and release all thought patterns that no longer serve me, creating a distorted reality. I call in love, light, harmony, and peace. Makes me feel good. The next one is, if you are going to be doing this indoors or even outdoors, please do go and cleanse your space in exactly the same way that you would your aura. But just go through the corners, you know, allow the energy to be cleared from top to bottom. I release all stagnant energies from my space, making way for the new, vibrant, loving energy to create the flow required for this new moon and going forwards. Step number 3, create a beautiful, safe space for you to relax into. Have pictures around you, crystals around you, incense, music, like whatever resonates with your soul. Do that, but make it a really beautiful, safe, sacred space. Step number 4, take a piece of paper and pen and write down what you would like to focus on, as in new beginnings. What would you like to choose for your life? Is it a new home? Is it love? Is it more travel? Is it a new baby? Like, there's so many different areas that you can focus on. I would encourage you to write down at least 5 areas of consideration for this new moon ritual. Step number 5, once you have written these down, drop into a space of meditation for about 20 minutes. Focus on each and every item that you've written down. So let's say you write down 10 areas, drop into meditation, then give yourself a minute or 2 to be able to actually go in. Now, what do I mean by going in? When let's say you're looking for a new home. Oh my God, I've got my dream home in mind. You know, I've got the money to be able to do this. I just want to be able to create this beautiful space and, you know, really, really call that dream home in. When you're in a space of meditation, see that dream home. What does it look like? Where is it? Do you know where it is? What's the weather like? How are the trees looking around it? What are, you know, just feel into it big time. How does it look? How does it feel? And how does it make you feel knowing that that is your home? Now, once you've got that feeling of excitement, of love, of happiness, of joy at your new home and being able to see it, take that feeling and take it up through your crown chakra and print it into the quantum field. Once you have access to that memory in your body, you can grab that and pull it to you at any time. Now, you need to do that exercise for every item that you've written down. Now, if you need longer than 20 minutes, take longer than 20 minutes. But if it's love, feel love. Remember when you last felt love. How do you know what that feels like? Right, let's imprint that in the quantum field so we can pull it in at any time. Right, next, the house. Go through this process and see yourself imprinting this feeling into the quantum field. So like I say, you can call on it at any period of time. Once you have finished your meditation, ladies and gents, go have a beautiful hot bath or a cuddle from your partner and allow the magic to begin. Ladies and gents, I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Lots of love. Take care.